What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with your WrestleMania Night 1 review. Are you guys excited? Are you guys happy to see fans back? Are you guys happy about the set? If you are, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys thought about the show. What did you guys think about having fans back? What did you guys think about having a show that really felt like an actual wrestling show? The first time we've had fans in attendance since last year. It's been like, what they said it was a year and a day or something like that. Oh man. This is the first time that something wrestling related has felt normal. Like something that felt like it's an actual WrestleMania. It didn't feel awkward. It wasn't the Thunderdome. It wasn't an empty arena. It was a arena with fans, with people actually making noise, with people chanting. And not even the weather could stop it. There was like a weather delay. Florida, they had a real bad storm that delayed the show by a few minutes or whatever. But that couldn't even stop WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania. And the thing is, we as fans, we've been complaining about how bad the build has been. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, I mean, it's WrestleMania. You can't take that feeling away. You can't take that excitement away. You can't take that energy away. Especially, I keep talking about the fans, but the fans are really what make the show. It really what make the event feel like what it is, you know. I mean, you have good fans, you have bad fans, you have the toxic fans, you have the negative fans. At the end of the day, it's us, the fans. We really are the thing that keeps wrestling alive. So that's my little sermon about that. But what did I think about the show? Overall, night one so far, it was a good show. We kicked off with Bobby and Drew. That's the first match we see. Technically not the first thing people we see. The first person we see is Vince McMahon welcoming the crowd to WrestleMania, letting everyone know that we've been through a rough year, but it's the fans that really made it better. It's the fans that really made it what it is. So Vince McMahon welcomed the fans back to WrestleMania, and the first match we saw was Bobby and Drew fighting for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship of the world. And to my surprise, Bobby Lashley won, which means Black History Month is still going on, because as I've said it before and I will say it again, Black History Month will continue as long as Bobby Lashley is the WWE champion. It might even go further now that we have a new woman. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. But you probably already know about the title and the thumbnail, Bianca Belair won. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Right now we're talking about Bobby and Drew, and I couldn't think of a better way to kick off WrestleMania. I couldn't think of a better way to kick off night one. I can't think of a better way to welcome the fans back than with Bobby and Drew. And these guys actually had a really good match. To my surprise, also, people were legit cheering for Drew. Like, they were cheering Drew, they were booing Bobby. You did kind of have a "Let's go Bobby" and "Let's go Drew" chant, but people were really cheering for Drew. I was kind of surprised by that, because I thought that people would be so into Bobby Lashley as the champion, they'll kind of say, okay, we don't want to see Drew anymore. But people really were standing with Drew. We were cheering with Drew. They were doing the Claymore countdown to the 3, 2, 1, chanting Drew's name. Unfortunately, Drew couldn't pull it out. Lashley is still the WWE champion, so that's pretty dope. I'm down with that. I'm all for it. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Drew become WWE champion maybe further down the road, but it's still the Almighty era. It's still Lashley season. It's still Bobby time. It's still Monday Night Bobby. So I ain't even mad about that. Next, we had the women's tag team turmoil match. It was what it was. It was all right. Dang. Naomi and Lana, man, they aka can't get right, because man, I thought that they were gonna win. I thought that they had a chance to win, but nah, they were the first team eliminated. Who won? Natalya and Tamina ended up winning the tag team turmoil match, which means tomorrow night, or tonight, night 2, they're gonna end up facing Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. And I don't know I forgot who I picked to win I think I predicted that Nia and Shayna would win, but there's a part of me that's thinking that maybe Natalya and Tamina might pull it out. They might win. They might win night 2. They might become the new women's tag team champions. Who knows? We'll see. We'll cross that road when we get to it. But as for the match itself, it was alright. It was cool. It was a kind of a wind down to kind of get you back, kind of get you cooled off a little bit to gear you up for the next match, which was Seth Rollins facing off Cesaro. And my man Seth has a new theme song, ring gear, even had the little Obama symbol, but it was his picture instead of Obama, like the old Obama logo with the hope or yes we can. Great match between these two, between Cesaro and Seth. I mean, what else were you going to expect? I mean, it's Seth Rollins and Cesaro. How can you not expect a great match between these two? And my man Cesaro pulled it out. He won his first singles WrestleMania match. Dope match. Seth Rollins was showing out though. He was pulling out all these moves. Like it was this one move he did. It was like a corkscrew frog splash. I don't even know where he came from with that move, how he decided to come with that move, but it was just dope. If there was something you got to check out from night 1, it would definitely be Seth Rollins and Cesaro, just for the things Seth Rollins was doing. You had, of course, the swing. Cesaro broke the swing record with Seth Rollins. He even busted out the UFO. Cesaro won. Good on him. He deserves it. He had it, and it's not gonna hurt Seth in losing, but Cesaro won the match, so it's all good. Fun times for Cesaro. All right, so this next match. Braun Strowman versus Shane. And honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Braun actually won. He actually won the match. I was picking Shane to win. I thought shenanigans would happen, and shenanigans did take place. As Braun was making his entrance, he had Elias and the other dude, whatever his name is. They attack Braun before he walks into the steel cage. Have multiple times Shane's trying to escape. They had what's his name, Elias, and the other guy, Riker, who cares, they were trying to get into the cage. Braun knocks him back outside. There was even a point where Shane was outside of the cage. He was about to climb down, and Braun broke through the cage and pulled him back inside. I'm like, yo, okay, you got me. You got me. All right, I care about the match. And the fact that Braun won, it was cool. Like, I was expecting Shane to win by some fluke, by some outside interference, and Braun actually won. So he got his WrestleMania moment. The bully beat, no, not the bully, but the victim beat the bully. And looking at the two, you would think that Shane would be the victim and Braun would be the bully. But it was Brain versus Braun, and Braun beats Brain by using muscles and power slams. And there was another point where I think Shane might be dead because Braun threw him from the top of the cage to the ring. So I'm pretty sure Shane's dead. Anyway, it was a good match. Braun won. Good job, Braun. Next, we have the anticipated match between Bad Bunny and Damian Priest going up against Miz and Morrison, and Miz and Morrison wrapped their way to the ring, and I'm like, what is going on? What is happening? And I kind of checked out. I was kind of prepping for the review. Like, I wasn't really paying attention. I was getting my thumbnail ready and all that, so I didn't really pay attention to what was happening. But Bad Bunny and Damian Priest won. That's cool. Also, Damian Priest's entrance was pretty cool. Like, he did the whole thing where he shoots the arrow and you could see his name. It was cool the way they had his entrance set up. Other than that, Bad Bunny, Damian Priest won. Good for them. Now, the main event. The controversial main event. Not even really controversial because it's the main event. Oh, I don't want Sasha and Bianca to main event. That's blah, 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 blah. Guess what? They're the main event. They were the main event. And we have a new Smackdown Women's Champion, and her name is Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE. Wow. And earlier today, I was just watching different videos on YouTube of Bianca Belair. There was even this one video, I think WWE posted it. It was a Wrestle Flow, and it was pretty much I'm blanking on the guy's name. The guy that the WWE uses for like rap stuff. He had this whole freestyle about how Bianca Belair is kind of like this awesome, and this how the culture's behind her. And if you know what the culture means, you know everything. Just to have it culminate in this moment of Bianca Belair overcoming everything, winning the Royal Rumble, overcoming this BS storyline, and becoming the new Smackdown Women's Champion. Ah, man. Her family was in the front row. Her mom and dad was there. Her family. You had Montez Ford come out after the match, and it was just a beautiful moment. Congratulations, Bianca Belair, new Smackdown Women's Champion. And how can I forget? Oh my goodness. How can I forget? I guess because the match itself was what it was. It was fine. The match I'm talking about is AJ Styles and Almas going up against New Day, and they're the new Raw Tag Team Champions. And as far as the match goes, they did a real good job of building up Almas as this imposing force, because we had Almas actually start the match, but the New Day kind of finessed AJ into starting the match instead of Almas. So the story was, all right, we gotta have AJ. We gotta have AJ in the ring. Excuse me. We have to have AJ in the ring. While we kind of just take it. We kind of just 1 or 2 handicap. Excuse me. Whew. So you have the New Day kind of isolate AJ, and you have Xavier Woods kind of yelling, that you're not a tag team specialist like we are. You're not. Kofi was talking about that. Are they a registered tag team? That was kind of funny. You have the New Day isolate AJ Styles until Almas gets in the ring, and they did a good job of making Bro look like a monster, looking like a beast, look like an unstoppable force. You have the New Day bouncing off Almas like a basketball going up against a wall, like just no selling all their offense, making it just look like they're just 2 kids fighting a grown man, you know. Ultimately, AJ and Almas are the new tag team champions. I called it, and I ain't even mad about it. It's gonna be interesting to see who can stop AJ and Almas. Mostly Almas, because AJ is phenomenal by himself, but the fact that you have Almas as one half of the tag team champions, it's gonna be crazy to see who can stop these two. Who is gonna be the team that dethrones Almas and AJ Styles? So, yeah. Overall, man, night 1 of WrestleMania was entertaining. I had a lot of fun with it. I was definitely way more entertained than I thought it would be. I mean, it's kind of like waking up Christmas Day, and the whole year you're not even really thinking about Christmas. It's like, whatever, it's just another day, until Christmas actually gets there, and you're opening up your presents and you're spending time with your family, and the day is going way better than you thought it would be. That's how this WrestleMania night 1 of WrestleMania felt to me. It felt like Christmas. Christmas as you didn't expect. Like, Christmas was gonna be cool, but it just turned out to be a whole lot better than I thought it would be. But yeah, those are my thoughts on night 1 of WrestleMania. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about WrestleMania. How did you feel about having fans back in the stands? What did you think? What was your favorite match? What did you think about Bianca and Sasha main eventing? Do you think Bianca deserves it? Are you happy with the fact that Bianca and Sasha were the main event? Are you one of these people that are just upset about everything? You have to complain about everything all the time and blah, blah, blah. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Man, that was night 1. What does night 2 have in store for us? We'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, between time, you guys be easy. Take care. I'm out. Peace.